We've been following a very brave 12-year-old girl who survived the earthquake in Haiti. Her name is Kimberly. She suffered a massive brain injury, you'll remember. Our Dr. Sanjay Gupta was called in to perform a life-saving operation aboard the USS Carl Vinson.
So after a full month of rehab, Kimberly has since been reunited with her father. They were homeless, she had no medicine, and she just learned her mother and sister died in the quake. But now, a bit of good news. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, joins us from Atlanta to tell us more about the continuing story of Kimberly and her family. Hi, Sanjay.
Hey, good morning. There is some good news here. And, I tell you, a lot of people obviously touched by the story of Kimberly. I simply could not stop thinking about her after I left. It was so hard to leave her trying to recover from this operation out there in that situation, John and Christine, as you saw there. What happened was there was an organization called Can Do. They had watched the coverage and they eventually came to CNN, came to us, and started to help. They immediately took lots of supplies to this particular neighborhood, which hadn't seen hardly any supplies. This was almost a month after the earthquake. They brought tents, they brought water, lots of water, and started trying to help this particular neighborhood. And then, even better news, you see the smile there, which we didn't think we were going to see again. They were able to create, actually get Kimberly and her family and several others into housing as well. There are houses they started to make available, cleaned up, made safe, and they started taking families like Kimberly's into homes. So again, a bit of good news there. Obviously, Kimberly just one of thousands in this situation, but it's just nice to see that smile.
You know, you were there, thankfully, Sanjay, able to help Kimberly, but I'm sure that there's plenty of other Kimberlys out there, people who don't have access to the same aid. They're still waiting for basics like water, tents. What's the holdup there in Haiti? We've seen so much aid going into the country.
Well, let me paint a picture for you you might find a bit interesting. You know, a lot of these big tent cities that you saw in the coverage for some time, those were the places that most people knew about, and that's where a lot of people congregated. But what also happened, and what we learned, is that there were people congregating in neighborhoods that might be just 10 minutes away from those big tent cities. Problem was, they didn't know those big tent cities even existed. I mean, there's been hardly any communication, so that they didn't know that the supplies or more resources were available just a short distance away. And also, a lot of aid workers didn't know where these neighborhoods specifically were located, where people were still waiting. So it was just it's just difficult to communicate. But this organization called Can Do, they have 2 organizations within Haiti now, and this is sort of what they've been charged with doing. I mean, they're going into a lot of these neighborhoods. They've taken over 30,000 gallons of water, as you can see there, into some of these neighborhoods. Their strategy, interestingly enough, get a lot of the neighborhood citizens who lost their homes to help in these distribution efforts. So instead of the aid workers doing this all on their own, they enlist the help of the people who have been displaced, and they're getting a lot of stuff done there, this particular organization.
All right. Well, some good news there anyway. Sanjay, great to see you this morning. Thanks.
You too.
57 minutes after the hour. Stay with us.